Yeah, I got to thinking about it. I've never let my fuel pump sit for 3 months before, and think about, 118 degree heat index, and then recently we've had it cold and then hot and then cold and hot. A couple of things could be going on. It might not be the fuel pump. It could be when I was jacking with the sending unit to hook up the fuel gauge that I may have jacked with the connection up here to the hose, and if it's sucking air, it will not get the right pressure, and it will, once the bowls fill up, it'll run okay at the right, 13.4, whatever, AFR. But as soon as the bowls dry up, then it leans out, goes to 16, and dies. And that could be air. It might not be the fuel pump, it could be air. Or it could be the fuel pump just decided to freaking die because it sat for 3 months. Anyway, I did notice in my last video, my top two gauges red lights weren't visible. And my theory is I was a dummy and used indicator lights instead of actual gauge lights. So let's look at that. Battery on. I'm not ready to leave the battery on all night for a couple of reasons. One is I don't want people to be able to come in here and just fire it up, but the fuel pump, I guess, would stop that. Second of all, I'm going to monitor it quite a bit before I leave it on. So far I'm rating 65, 64 milliamps draw, which is probably the clock and the radio, which isn't much. But anyway, let's see what these gauges are, what's going on, because I'm probably going to have to buy better lights for the top two gauges. Either they're not working, yeah, they're on, but they are dim as hell. This one is super dim. I can't. Whoa! Hello! What the heck? Oh, hold on. Okay, let me turn that down. Come on. Holy crap. Okay, mute. Can I mute it? Dang, that's loud. Can I put it on radio, or how about navigate? Anything. Sorry about that, guys. Boy, that was loud. Yeah. So I don't know what's up. Really don't know what's going on, boys. I thought those were going to be bright enough, but I mean, that one I can live with, but I'd like it to all be, the same. And this one's so damn dim I could barely read it at all. But okay, imagine when I fix that, what that's gonna look like. Oh, another thing that irritates me is this Chinese junk here is like a whole volt less than everything else. And so I'm trusting this guy, because this is back before I redid the interior. My old one was a plug-in USB one, and it was always 13.8 when the car was running, and 12 volts when it wasn't. And now this one is reading 14 when the car's running. Let me fire this thing up. Do I need to turn anything else on? Yeah, I do. I need that on. Now, when the bowls run out of juice, it'll die. But look at that. That is working beautiful. I don't know if you can see it. Yep. It just, the fuel pump's a piece of shit. I didn't even have the fuel pump on, but trust me, it's a piece of crap. So I'm going to re-rig this to be only ignition, so I don't accidentally leave it on. Although I don't think it would really drain me much. It's my R-Box and my 6AL and the nitrous controller. So yeah, I'm gonna rig that up to the pink circuit, so it'll be only on when the ignition's on, regardless of the switch. Then I could technically leave these switches on all the time. Same for this one up here. Actually, let me think about this. All right, this is irritating me. I'm gonna have to figure out what is going on with this, because this thing is coming on full blast every time I start the car, which is me off. There is one thing I can do. You know what? I am gonna do that. I'm gonna do that right now before this thing fires up. I'm gonna turn off the amp and then shut it off and then turn it back on, and hopefully the amp will be off. Perfect. Okay, I can live with that. But it still goes to full freaking blast. I'm just learning this thing, guys. Just learning it. I need to get this thing to Wi-Fi so it can download pictures of the music for my SD card. Anyway, I'm liking the way it looks. What do you think, guys? I mean, you saw what it was pretty gutted before. Once these two are as bright as those three, I think it'll be all right. Oh, let's check out the reverse camera. Oh wow, that's bright, and I see my garage door. Awesome. This is a cool feature. I like that. Oh, and also it shouldn't start when it's in a gear. So let's put it in the gear again. Okay, it's in gear. This button should not work. Uh-oh, it does work. That's a problem. I'm gonna have to adjust that switch, because it's not supposed to start in gear. It's supposed to only start in park. So yeah, these little micro switches are very sensitive. You have to have them just right. It looks like I got the reverse one right, but the bottom one, I need to back it out a little bit, and then it will work correctly. So anyway, sucks about the fuel pump, but I'm happy where everything turned out, or how everything turned out so far. I'm gonna rewrap this with this kind of vinyl, this little part here. This one's okay. This one's okay. Some of my gauges are a little cockeyed, but I'll fix that from working on it. My G-force meter's working good. Fuel pump switch is working good. AFR is working good. I was really happy how that microcontroller data logger turned out. I think that turned out pretty good. It got dirt all over it. I'll clean this thing up a bit, and I'm going to move this to the right side.